भारत माता की, भारत माता की। गवर्नर ऑफ तमिलनाडु श्री बनवारीलाल जी पुरोहित, चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री पलानीस्वामी, श्री थंबिदुराई, श्री पोन राधाकृष्णन, डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री पनीरसेल्वम, distinguished members on the dais, sisters and brothers of Tamil Nadu, Vanakkam. Friends, I am delighted to be here in Kanyakumari. I begin by paying homage to respected Amma Jayalalitha ji. Her good work for the people of Tamil Nadu will be remembered for generations. I am happy that the Tamil Nadu government is working hard to fulfill her development vision. I am proud that India's first woman defense minister, Nirmala ji, is from Tamil Nadu. Every Indian is proud that the brave wing commander Abhinandan belongs to Tamil Nadu. I would also like to congratulate the Vivekanand Kendra on being conferred the Gandhi Peace Prize a few days ago. The community service efforts of the Kendra are commendable and inspiring. Friends, a short while ago, we inaugurated and laid the foundation stone for several development works related to roads, railways and highways. Our flag of the fastest train Tejas between Madurai and Chennai. This is one of the most modern trains and is a great example of Make in India having been manufactured in the integral coach factory of Chennai itself. The foundation stone of a railway line between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi has also been laid today. This line got damaged after the disaster of 1964, but for over 50 years, no attention was paid to this line. But better late than never. You would be happy that the new Pamban rail bridge is going to be constructed now. Friends, today India is the fastest growing large economy in the world. India is creating next generation infrastructure at a record pace. We are among the nations with the largest startup ecosystem. India is also home to the largest healthcare program in the world, Ayushman Bharat. Friends, India of the 21st century has to work with speed and scale, which is what the NDA government is doing. Just last Sunday, the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi that was announced in this year's budget was launched. Under this scheme, farmers having up to 5-acre land would be given a monetary support of 6,000 rupees per year from the central government in 3 installments. Over 1.1 crore farmers have already got their first installment directly in their bank accounts. Can you imagine? A scheme announced on 1st February has become a reality in the same month itself. We worked 24 hours non-stop to ensure the scheme is rolled out in 24 days. Friends, like leap years and football World Cups come once in a 4 years. incomplete loan waivers of the Congress come just before an election, and that is also in a 10 years. After doing nothing for farmers, they will come and at the end and say, we will waive off your loans. In reality, Congress loan waivers benefit only very few farmers. NDA government's Kisan Samman Nidhi is not a once in a few year scheme. Benefits will be given every year, and in 10 years, about 7.5 would have gone to hard-working farmers. Friends, the great sage Tiruvalluvar said, when the rare chance comes, seize it to do the rare deed. In 2014, it was after 30 years that a party got a full majority in the parliament. The people's message was clear. They wanted a government that takes the lead in taking and bold and tough decisions. People wanted honesty, not dynasty. People wanted development, not decay. People wanted progress, not policy paralysis. People wanted opportunities, not obstacles. People wanted security, not stagnation. People wanted inclusive growth, not vote bank politics. Guided by Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and with the active participation of 130 crore Indians, the NDA government has undertaken some of the most historic decisions in national interest. Let me give you a few local and national examples. Tamil Nadu is a coastal state where the fisheries sector is vibrant. Several of our fishermen, brothers and sisters, work hard to earn their living. It is the NDA government that has had the honor of creating a new department for fisheries. Previous governments came to take your votes, but when it came to doing work for fishermen, they had nothing much to show. The benefits of Kisan Credit Card have also been launched for our fishermen and women. The center has released over rupees 300 crores towards construction of deep sea fishing vessels in Tamil Nadu. Fishermen in the sea get help from space. We have provided Navik device developed with the help of Indian Space Research Organization. The device provides information in local language. This navigation device not only provides detail of fishing, also provides weather-related warning to the fishermen. Friends, we understand that if we want to increase the income of fishermen, brothers and sisters, then we have to develop infrastructure associated with the fisheries. The construction work of Mukayur Fishing Harbour in Ramanathapuram district and Pumpuhor Fishing Harbour in Nagapattinam are almost completed. Friends, the government of India is more sensitive to the safety and well-being of fishermen. Due to sustained diplomatic efforts, since May 2014, more than 1,900 fishermen have been released by the Sri Lankan authorities. Friends, NDA government has put renewed focus on our coastal area with stress on connectivity and prosperity. Going a step ahead of port development, we are working on port-led development. More ports are being created. The capacity and efficiency of existing ports are being improved. The Sagarmala project is also a part of our vision. Work is being carried out on the projects keeping in view the needs of not only the present but also future generations. Friends, let me also talk about defense and security. With the blessings of our ex-servicemen, we took the historic decision of making one rank, one pension a reality. It was the right thing to do. Those who ruled the nation for so many years never even bothered to think about one rank, one pension properly. Friends, India had been facing the menace of terrorism for years. But there is a big difference now. India will no longer be helpless in the wake of terror. From 2004 to 2014, there were several terror attacks. There were blasts in Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Bengaluru, Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, and other places. The nation expected those responsible for these acts of terror to be punished, but nothing happened. 26/11 happened in India, expected action against terrorists, but nothing happened. But when Uri happened, you saw what our brave soldiers did. Pulwama happened, and you saw what our brave air warriors did. I salute all those who are serving the nation. Their vigilance keeps our nation secure. There was a time when the news reports would read, Air Force wanted to do surgical strike after 26/11, but UPA blocked it. And today, we are in an era where the news reads, armed forces have full freedom to do what they want. Influence of terrorists and terrorism has been curtailed, and it is going to be curtailed even more. This is a new India. This is an India that will return the damage done by terrorists with interest. Friends, the events of the past few days have demonstrated yet again the strength of our armed forces. It has also brought our nation closer. The way the nation has supported our armed forces is extraordinary, and I bow to every Indian for that. Sadly, a few political parties guided by Modi hatred have started hating India. No wonder, while the entire nation supports our armed forces, they suspect the armed forces. The world is supporting India's fight against terror, but a few parties suspect our fight against terror. These are the same people whose statements are helping Pakistan and harming India. They are the same people whose statements are being happily quoted in the Parliament of Pakistan and in the radio of Pakistan. I want to ask them, do you support our armed forces or suspect them? They should clarify. Do they believe our armed forces or they believe those forces who support terrorism on our soil? I want to tell these parties, Modi will come and go. India will remain. Please stop weakening India to strengthen your own politics. In matters of defense and national security, we are Indian first and Indians only. Your politics can wait. It is the safety of our nation that is at stake. Friends, let us talk about corruption and black money. India has seen prime ministers who said out of every rupee, only 15 paisa reaches to poor. India has seen arrogant cabinet ministers who say zero loss to a scam worth lakhs of rupees. Some people say corruption as a way of life. This would be acceptable to them, but not to me. The NDA government has taken historic steps against corruption. Fake companies have been shut, fake beneficiaries removed. The corrupt now have to answer for their misdeeds. The famous recounting minister who took pride in treating people badly, insulting a middle class, he has to now apply for a family pack for bail, just like his party's first family. Friends, while we have come down heavily on corruption, we are at the same time rewarding the honest taxpayers. During the budget, exactly a month ago, it was announced that those earning up to rupees 5 lakhs would not pay income tax. Did those who ruled India for such long years think about the middle class or to give them tax relief? Friends, for many years, the Congress promoted an economic culture that benefited only the friends and family members of big dynasties. The common man had no incentive for ability to economically prosper. If there was someone who spoke out against the economic culture of the Congress, it was the son of Tamil Nadu, C. Rajgopalachari. Today, we are fulfilling the dreams of Rajaji by creating an economy that is reform-oriented and people-friendly. India's ranking of ease of doing business has come risen 65 places. We are now placed 77th, while we were placed 142 4 years ago. Central government announced a series of benefits for the MSME sector last year. Now it is possible to get a loan up to rupees 1 crore in 59 minutes. This is faster than the time you will take to reach Chennai. Friends, the opposition has no commitment to social justice. The worst atrocities against Dalits have happened under Congress rule. Congress got Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar defeated not once but twice. Congress did not give our Bharat Ratna to Dr. Ambedkar for 40 years, and nor did Congress put Dr. Ambedkar's portrait in Central Hall of Parliament. It was a BJP supported non-Congress government that did both things. Friends, the current NDA government has made the strongest amendment to the SC/ST Act. Economic and social justice are articles of faith for us, not slogans to win votes. Friends, the 2019 Lok Sabha election have two distinct sides. Our side offers strength and stability. The other side offers weakness and vulnerability. Our leadership and work culture is known across India. The other side is confused. They have no name to offer as the nation's next leader, no aim for or vision for India's growth, and no shame that prevents them from doing record corruption. India remembers 2009 and how the DMK and Congress allotted portfolios after the elections. Ministers were being picked not by the Prime Minister, but by those who had nothing to do with the public service. There was telephone bargaining for minister posts. The Mahamilawat or adulteration government will remain hostage and dynastic ambitions. My only family is 130 crore Indians. I will live for them. I will die for them. I am not in public life to further a dynasty. I am here to do whatever I can do for the growth of India. I seek your support and blessing to create an India where the dreams of the poorest of the poor are fulfilled. Thank you for joining the rally in such large numbers.
இந்த கூட்டத்திலே மிகப்பெரிய எண்ணிக்கையிலே வந்து கலந்து கொண்டதற்கு என்னுடைய நன்றிகள்.
तमिलनाडु के मेरे भाइयों बहनों, आज हम भारत माता की जय बोलेंगे पराक्रमी भारत के लिए। आज हम भारत माता की जय बोलेंगे हमारे वीर जवानों के लिए। भारत माता की भारत माता की
जय,
भारत माता की
जय।